Hi, I'm Representative Jonathan Brostoff, and welcome to my latest edition of What's Up Wednesday. Tanisha Anderson, Philando Castile, Dontre Hamilton. It seems like every week there's another officer-involved shooting, often captured on YouTube or Facebook, and we must put an end to these tragedies and prevent them from happening in the future. So today we're going to talk about the Safe Communities Package, authored by Representatives Taylor, Bowen, and Goyke, and by Senator Johnson. The main drive behind this package is to make our community safer through de-escalation tactics, more transparency, and minimizing use of excessive force. There have been multiple cases where individuals were either seriously injured or killed because law enforcement did not properly de-escalate the situation, and sadly, we've seen over and over what that leads to. Studies from the Police Executive Research Forum have shown that changing how law enforcement approaches critical situations actually increases officer safety as well as the safety for the community at large. In Dallas, there were use of force reforms in 2010 which emphasized de-escalation tactics and the priority of preserving life. And can you guess what happened? The number of excessive force complaints and officer-involved shootings dropped dramatically. Similar changes were seen in Philadelphia after they also reformed their use of force policy, and there's no reason why Wisconsin can't be leading the nation in safer practices for community and policing. An important step towards that is the Safe Communities Package. These bills seek to educate law enforcement on how to develop a use of force policy that incorporates principles which minimize the amount of force used and result in a safer situation for both law enforcement and civilians, including preserving life being the primary duty of law enforcement, using deadly force only as a last resort, other important de-escalation tactics, and making sure that officers take action to prevent any unreasonable use of force by their peers. This would be taught during annual training for law enforcement, and use of force policies would also be published online to increase transparency and trust with the community. These bills will make critical situations safer for the community and safer for law enforcement and lead to better relationships between the public and law enforcement. I will continue to work with my colleagues on these important pieces of legislation, and I hope that we can pass this soon and make our state safer for everyone. Thanks for tuning in. This is Wednesday, and that's what's up.